Hey, today I'm talking about morning sickness pregnancy. And I was lucky enough to work with a lovely young woman who had been to me previously for UTIs, urinary tract infections. And I guess because she had a great result with that, she decided, well, nothing to lose, let's try with the morning sickness. So she contacted me telling me she was 9 weeks pregnant, which was very exciting. What wasn't so exciting was her morning sickness. So she said, I'm suffering quite bad morning sickness and I'm unable to eat most foods. I was just wondering if you'd be something you would be able to help with or not. And of course, I never know. I never know until I try whether I can help with it or not. Although I was excited that she had come to me because I'd heard from other practitioners that working with morning sickness is very, very responsive. And I had heard the phrase, it's like turning off a tap. So I was delighted that she had come to me with this, and I was really chuffed to see and excited, to see how I could help her, if I could help her. So she said, it seems to be triggered if I eat any kind of meats, cheese, or smelly foods. So I'm currently living off Cocoa Pops. I'm not sure if there's a connection, but it seems that I get ill every 3 days, even if I've not eaten anything that triggers it. When I'm sick, it starts at 4 a.m. in the morning and can last all day, with me actually vomiting pretty much every hour until at least mid-morning and feeling very sick for the rest of the day. Horrible, horrible, horrible. So we did one session, and we did it on the phone on a Saturday morning because she didn't want to see me on Zoom. I think she felt that she was feeling so blare, that she didn't actually want to see people. So we did one session, and I have a report here. What came up for her was a negative thought form, which is like a negative offensive energy, attached to her parathyroid gland. And this was supported by, okay, so negative thought form supported by trapped emotions and all the things that I'm going to tell you about. And what we do is we release these, and then we release the negative thought form. So trapped emotions of terror, confusion, depression, self-abuse, when we talk to ourselves and tell ourselves how useless and how stupid we are, taken for granted, defensiveness, guilt, taken for granted. Now, those were all affecting her gallbladder and her thyroid. I don't know why, but that's where they were telling me that they were lodged. Then with some hidden emotional resonances of indecisiveness, confusion, self-abuse, indecisiveness. And these also were affecting her thyroid and her gallbladder. Now, a hidden emotional resonance. So an emotional resonance is similar to a trapped emotion. It vibrates at a slightly different frequency. And the way I think of it, or the way it's been explained to me, is that when you hear a bell ring, once you can't hear the sound anymore, if you put your hands on it, if it's a big bell, it'll be reverberating. And that's an emotional resonance. It's reverberating in your body. And they were hidden because her subconscious, for some reason, believed that they were protecting her, or her subconscious was protecting her in not revealing these. And I just got a knowing, a sense that there was something she wasn't telling me. Her subconscious wasn't telling me, because obviously I don't speak to her consciously. She doesn't know all this stuff is going on. This was all stuff that her subconscious revealed to me and that I then released. So we released all of these emotional resonances, these hidden ones. And then what came up for her was a disconnection between her and her unborn child. And this was so profound for me, when I connected to this disconnection. And I think what had happened was that her unborn child hadn't sort of settled into position just yet. And so her body and the unborn child's body were sort of jarring. The energies were jarring, a bit like when you have a physical to physical disconnection, or a spirit to physical disconnection. There should be an 100% connection, as there should have been with this child, but there wasn't for some reason. So I went in and I found out that there was imbalances in the amniotic fluid between the child's brain and the mother's brain, going through the umbilical cord, and also a disconnection from the fetus to the mother's brain. So I reconnected all of these things that I was shown, and then that was the end of the session. I don't think there was anything else there. I only have a snippet of the report here. I don't have the whole report, but I think that was pretty much it. So then what happened was she sent me a WhatsApp, and she said, I thought I'd give you a quick update. I haven't been sick since last Wednesday, even though I was due to be sick on Saturday. So she has had, she says, and I've not really felt sick either. I'm still eating just toast and other plain foods, but I'm tempted to venture out now as I am starving. So she has had probably about, I can't remember when she sent this to me, but she sent it to me. We had the session on Saturday, and she said, I haven't been sick since Wednesday. So the Wednesday before, because she had a cycle of every 3 days, Wednesday before, then we worked on Saturday. And what she's saying is, I haven't been sick since the previous Wednesday, even though Saturday was my day for being sick. So it is honestly like a switch or a tap. I was astonished at how quick it was. Now, this is not, sometimes this happens for my clients and sometimes it doesn't. I always say energy healing is a process. And sometimes people respond very, very quickly, and sometimes it takes a while. So just as you wouldn't expect to learn to be a cordon bleu cook in one cookery lesson, so you might not expect to release whatever is causing your headaches or your urinary tract infections or whatever it is in one session. However, this was a one session, one-off wonder. This was the magic bullet, because the next message I had from her said, I've now been absolutely fine, touch wood. I've even been eating normal foods for the last couple of days. I hope it stays that way. And of course, I hoped it would stay that way too. I mean, I really wanted for her not to be sick. I think morning sickness is horrid. So I think that's a lovely story. I felt very honored and blessed to be able to help her with her morning sickness, especially as it's something which doesn't seem to respond much to medicine or to remedies. So I was really, really pleased that I was able to help her with this. And I would love to help you too, if you know someone who has got morning sickness, or perhaps you have a daughter, or perhaps you are yourself suffering from morning sickness. I would love to help you. Please reach out. We can book a discovery call. You can tell me all about it, and we can have a think about whether you would like to work with me and see if we can lift your morning sickness and switch that tap off for you. Wouldn't that be lovely? So I hope I hear from you soon. Bye for now.